that many people that can relate to everything that she's been through. There's not that many folks that know what it's like to be in her shoes, but someone that does is LeBron James, right? And here is what he told Esquire when he was asked about Caitlin Clark. He said, "I have a great deal of respect for her because I know exactly what it means to be drafted, to be the face of a franchise, and also get the scrutiny from a lot of people that don't believe you're ready for the next."
His is it. The moment the facade shattered. Angel Reese, the WNBA's self-declared queen of clout, has been exposed. The narrative she built, the storm she stirred, the victim card she played. All of it came crashing down the moment she opened her mouth on live TV and told the world something that flat out contradicts the entire drama she ignited. She said, "I've never experienced anything negative in the past 3 years." Excuse us? Really? After you helped launch a full-blown race controversy against Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever? After you let fans, media, and players tear each other apart in your defense? Now you want to pretend it never happened?
So, LeBron James is under attack himself now because he decided to shout out Caitlin Clark for her performance. There he is right here, triple dub CC. Great way to kick off the season. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do because the Angel Reese fans decided to come after LeBron.
Angel Reese didn't just twist the truth, she manipulated the entire league, and now the fans want answers. This isn't a joke anymore. The WNBA's credibility is on the line, and people are demanding she be held accountable. This all started with subtle hints, a side eye here, a cryptic tweet there. Reese didn't directly accuse anyone, but she knew exactly what she was doing. After a physical game against the Fever, she left the court storming. Her online posts suggested racism, and suddenly the internet turned into a battleground. Caitlin Clark's name got dragged through the mud. Fever fans were labeled as racists. The media pounced. Activists got involved. The WNBA launched an investigation. And what did it find? Nothing. Zero evidence. Zero truth. It was a circus built on silence and suggestion. Now, after letting all that chaos go unchecked, Angel Reese gets on TV and says she's never experienced anything negative. And the fans, the ones who bought into her story, fought her battles, defended her at every turn, are now waking up feeling used. And they should be angry. Let's be real, the fans are tired. Angel Reese doesn't play like a superstar, but she gets the coverage like one. Why? Because she always finds a way to stay in the headlines. Through controversy, not performance. Her scoring is inconsistent.
Yeah, getting to go back to Iowa, it's so exciting. I obviously haven't really been there much since I left about a year ago. And I think just getting to see people that have supported me throughout my career and continue to support me is gonna be incredible. But also, like, they're the biggest Indiana Fever fans too now. Like, they wanna meet all my teammates. They wanna cheer for my teammates. And I was telling some of the girls this the other day, I'm like, they're gonna go crazy for you too.
Her efficiency is bad. She's fouling out, throwing tantrums, and running her mouth more than running the floor. And still, she's treated like she's carrying the league? Angel Reese didn't just spark a media firestorm, she exploited it. When she walked off that court after the Indiana game and dropped those vague posts about hate and negativity, she knew exactly what it would trigger. It wasn't a misunderstanding. It wasn't a miscommunication. It was deliberate manipulation of public emotion. She played the victim. She let millions of people believe she had been attacked, discriminated against, and verbally abused. She gave no specifics but allowed the outrage to explode. Suddenly, it wasn't about a game anymore. It was about race, morality, identity, and justice. And people rallied behind her. Athletes spoke out. Journalists wrote editorials. The WNBA scrambled to respond. Fans put their reputations on the line defending her. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark was left hanging in the wind, accused by association, smeared by implication, and left to take the heat without ever being named. But then Reese turns around and says she's never experienced negativity? That's not just insulting, it's betrayal. It's a slap in the face to everyone who stood by her and fought battles in her name. She didn't just lie. She used her platform to manipulate an entire cultural narrative. And now that it's blown up, she wants to act like it never happened? The trust is gone. The fans are angry. And rightfully so. What's even more shocking than Angel Reese's quote, the WNBA's silence. A league that has fought for decades to build credibility, to gain respect, and to stand tall in the sports world is now being dragged into the mud by its own stars and doing nothing about it. Angel Reese was handed a spotlight. The league elevated her. They put her on promo graphics, bet awards stages, press tours, all because controversy gets clicks. But here's the problem. When the controversy turns into deception, the WNBA doesn't seem to care. They let her lie about racism without fact-checking. They let Clark take the fall without defense. They launched an investigation, found no evidence.
LeBron James, triple-double CC, great way to kick off the season. Isn't LeBron my GOAT, but she didn't even catch exactly what Angel did last night and got killed for. I don't know what this exactly means. But by the way, this guy's actual content on Chicago Sky. Actual content in the Sky is actually pretty good. I've watched a couple of his videos. It's actually pretty good. I can't lie. Like, I genuinely can't lie. But speak of Angel 2, LeBron triple-double, a real one. Thoughts on the Knicks. And straight away, you're seeing LeBron James. I'm 100% pulling away.
And still haven't demanded accountability. That's not leadership. That's enabling. And every time they let something like this slide, they lose credibility. Because fans aren't stupid. They see what's going on. They see the double standards. They see who gets protected and who gets punished. And they're starting to ask the real question. Is this league about basketball? Or is it just about noise? If the WNBA wants to grow, it has to decide. Does it want real stars or fake drama? Because right now, Angel Reese is turning the league into a circus, and they're just holding the door open for her. This isn't just another drama cycle on social media. This is a full-blown credibility crisis, and the fans are done watching Angel Reese get a free pass. From the moment she walked off that court against Indiana, hinting that something ugly had been said to her, the WNBA world exploded. Words like racism, harassment, and targeted hate started flying around. She didn't name names, but she didn't have to. The implication was crystal clear. It was about Caitlin Clark. It was about the fans. It was about building a narrative. And now after all that, after weeks of silence and division, Angel Reese casually says on live TV that she's never experienced anything negative in the past 3 years. Let's be brutally honest, that's gaslighting on a global level. It's not just confusing, it's insulting. Because this wasn't some minor online beef. This was a headline-grabbing scandal that involved the WNBA commissioner, press releases, national media commentary, political voices, and fan wars. People believed her. People defended her. And now she's trying to pretend none of it happened? Fans aren't buying it. They're outraged, and rightfully so. There are hundreds of thousands of fans who invested their time, their voices, their trust, who fought in her name. And now they've been made to look like fools. And what's worse, Reese hasn't even acknowledged that. No apology, no clarification, no accountability. And what about the WNBA? The league went out of its way to investigate this so-called incident. They released a statement. They used resources. They tried to protect the game's image. But now that the victim has basically admitted nothing even happened, where is the league's response? Silence is complicity. And right now, it looks like the WNBA is too scared to confront one of its biggest stars, even if it means selling out its integrity. The message is clear. If you're loud enough, popular enough, or controversial enough, you can do whatever you want. Lie, manipulate, backtrack, and there won't be consequences. But fans are pushing back. They're demanding the WNBA take action, not just release statements.
Brazil, their coaching had no answer whatsoever for Caitlin Clark. And they threw so many different looks at her. Like, I've never seen a team throw so many different looks at a player.
Whether that means Reese faces disciplinary review, public reprimand, or at the very least is forced to sit down and explain herself, something has to happen. Because if she gets away with this, the damage won't stop here. It will set a precedent that emotion beats truth, chaos beats accountability, and brand value beats honesty. And that is the fastest way to destroy a league that's still fighting for mainstream respect. Angel Reese may have wanted to be a cultural icon, but right now, she's becoming a cautionary tale. And unless the WNBA acts fast, They'll be complicit in the biggest self-inflicted credibility hit the league has ever seen.